Alright, this is going to be a video of this 42-inch Wal-Mart ceiling fan I got at the Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteer there, and what I do for them is refurbish ceiling fans they receive by donation and make them more sellable than how they originally came in. Anyways, I suspect this is probably sold under the Mainstays name at Walmart. K-Mart actually had their own take on this fan, which is pretty similar, however it was sold under a different brand. There's actually no indication of the brand that came in the box anywhere on it. It's pretty generic. Also, no indication of the model. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to demonstrate this and start with the light kit. So that works. And I'm using 3 40-watt equivalent energy saving fluorescent bulbs in there. And I will turn that off. And turn on the fan now. And I'm going to begin with high speed. And did put a black piece of tape on one of the blade brackets just to indicate RPM. I think this is probably going to go somewhere around maybe 185. It's reasonable on high. Doesn't blow a huge amount of air though, which is not a surprise being a rather cheap fan. And it is fairly balanced. The blades are not actually in perfect alignment, but if it wasn't just temporarily mounted for testing purposes, it would probably be quite stable. Alright, I'm going to go to medium now. Medium probably goes somewhere around maybe 130 RPM. Maybe 135. And it has a bearing noise, which is probably most prevalent on medium, I would say. Finally, for low, which will show with the lights on and the fan at the same time. This is going to go at somewhere around maybe 65 RPM. And I'll turn everything off. Stop everything here. And I'm going to talk about some general information on it. I actually don't know the company in China who made this for Walmart, because there's no UL file listing anywhere, so I can't really look that up, because the fan is CSA listed, which is Canadian Standards Association. And I don't actually have access to their database because that's not public. I suspect it could be Zhongshan Weihe, as they do make a lot of Walmart fans for the American market. However, like I said, there's really no indication of that anywhere. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. I like the fact that the fan has kind of an interesting design with the motor housing. As you can see here, it's kind of an odd shape. It's unique, I gotta admit. I also like the fact that it has reversible blades. One side is white, which is actually slightly water damaged. I don't know how well you can see that, but obviously they've been exposed to moisture. The fan itself doesn't look rusty or anything. It's probably just in storage. And as you can see, the other side is bleached oak. That's what I'm using just to make the fan look a little bit less plain. Also, it can be down rod or flush mounted to accommodate different ceiling heights. Came flush mounted, so I'm assuming it was installed on the lower ceiling, or where less obstructive fan was desired. What I don't like, however, is the fan is pretty crappy, very low quality, small motor, that's fairly undersized. I'd imagine probably keeping this on high speed 24/7, it would probably overheat pretty fast, considering there's a ton of stickers up here covering the vents, and the size of the motor is really quite puny actually. It also uses a rather interesting style of mounting that most Walmart fans don't. It's not a ball and socket, because a lot of fans that were not... Like Walmart had several different styles of fans. They had huggers and motor housing style like this one. A lot of those used a ball and socket mount. This one's actually just a mounting plate. So yeah, kind of an interesting note there. And also the fact that, as you can see, they didn't really design this too well, because the actual fan pull chain, when you go to pull it, is kind of, you can see in the way, because the light kit is there. So yeah, I'd probably have to give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. I can't say it's a terrible looking fan. It is obviously cheaper, just looking at it, but it doesn't look too bad. Just the quality is really lacking on this, and I don't think I really have too much more to say. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you know the model of this, I would much appreciate you commenting and letting me know.